I'm long lost to find it. Romance, how can I move forward when my mind's reminded and rewinded of the times when it felt so right and for so long it felt so wrong. So I hit it with a slow song as I dance in the tragic sadness that in my mind was madness. A crazy man, understanding that it's tragic. So how do you search for the light and get it bright when everything that you didn't have, you no longer have it in the darkness of what was your target? When you got a target on your back thinking it was a market fact of vultures trying to take you down. And as you try to rise through the lies and divide all the lies to get some piece of truth, for some piece of you, for peace in the streets when there's nothing but beef. When the actions of terrorists that some call terrorists are not terrorists, and sometimes they are. So sometimes when you're behind bars, you gotta reach for them bars to get beyond those scars and get far. When you were stuck in idle, that devil workshop that was tribal, but of the wrong tribe, but you still see the signs of the night. When you want day to be a good time of all that, as you look at the watch and don't stop, as you hip hop to what was everything that's scotch, like some liquor that you sip just to get drunk and sober, of everything that got you feeling older as you really is, from the time when it was really sick. And it still is, still sick, but you want to get it sick in a good way, where you could say it's kind of dope, where you could get those kind of quotes that get you kind of aligned to the foam of the sand that you walk on at the beach, where the waves remind you of where your feet once walked, where you're just a ghost on a ghost ship, but you closest to what was the mostest. The best in times are also the worst, the gift and the curse to let you know what you need to nurse back to health. Kind of medical, but what was really said to you, what was dead to you, and fed like the shit that you eat. But you don't know if you're awake or asleep, so you rise up and try to reach for the clouds, but there's no hands to touch. As you feel so alone, and as you go, thinking what time now? Is it physics? For a poet, does that make sense? But we keep on moving, even if it doesn't make sense. We keep on losing if we have to, for an attempt to win in a battle that we feel like we cannot win. If it's trapped in sin or a box of damaged goods, how could it be anything other than damage? So, as we panic, we move through, understanding if we rise through tragic, then it's something other than that, but maybe it is magic of magicians and wizards trying to raise good as others try to raise hell, knocking on your doors like knock on bells, and they rock on sale and try to sell your spirit, chop it like it's liquid, swords of what they want to chop you into half, as you want to stay together, not a part of anything, and that's clever. Is it better for worse than this marriage of you and time, thinking you couldn't find dimes, but you can find time? Respect it. What's the method? Tank Lip.